Hi guys, and welcome to my live reaction of Shokugeki no Soma 198, He Who Used Up All His Strength. And that seems very promising for a title, so... he's not coming, where's Saiba? What's going on? Yeah, we had the blue competition and Joichiro didn't show up. Okay. I need to remind myself what happened 2 weeks ago. About that, he's disappeared from the Tsutsuki dorm altogether. What? Hear that? Seems the rumored Japanese guy isn't coming. Is that so? For a mere student to make an appearance, I was wondering what kind of crazy skill he'd show us, but how disappointing. Yeah, well, I guess he wasn't so tough after all. Must have chickened out. Looks like hero of a tiny island nation is as far as he'll go. How could this happen? This was supposed to be a day that Saiba's name spread throughout the whole world. Find him by any means necessary. This explains why he's not, like, that famous. Like, he's famous, but he's not that famous. Sudden disappearance, the stadium is in uproar. Saiba-senpai, he disappeared? Okay, so we're at the Polo Star dorm. You're joking, right? I know he's always playing hooky during kitchen practice and lectures, but he couldn't possibly be thinking of skipping out on the blue, could he? But why? Why would he ever do such a thing? Ooh, there's Asami looking in thought? This isn't time to just stand around. We gotta hurry up and find him and get to the arena and get him to the arena. That's right. One way or another, before the cooking begins, we'll... Saiba-senpai, he'd already disappeared from the dorm before daybreak, right? He was wearing this brooding face and for the past few days. If that was merely due to blue becoming a hazel for him, it wouldn't be so bad, but he couldn't be thinking of doing anything rash, could he? I mean, dropping out of school, not showing his face for like 15 years. Yeah. Something rash. Okay, don't! Dark places, he's not committing suicide, guys! That can't be, calm down! Yeah, calm down. He's not committing suicide. Gin, Nakamura, you go look after him in the Elite 10 office and the assembly hall. I'll head to the stadium and explain the situation to them. Ebisao, you stand by in the dormitory office, ready to answer any questions that come by. Everyone else, split up and look through every nook and cranny of the academy to find him. Now hop to it. Well, they're not gonna find him, he's probably like out of the country at this point. Alright. We have everyone running around. This is all gonna be for naught, like he's not coming back. If they find him, oh, the gold memories with a glimmer long forgotten. That's a really nice panel of Joichiro and Gin just being really happy with their medals that they won for whatever reason. Oh, that's really cute. Saiba-senpai, if you can hear me, say something! Hey, have you seen Saiba-senpai? Damn it, he's not here. Well, where else is there? What about the woodlands inside the school grounds? There's also the mountains to the west where he always went to look for edible plants. Better yet, there's also the possibility that he's outside the academy completely. Probably. We gotta shake that terrible image out of him. Yes, he's not committing suicide. Saiba-senpai, where are you? See, Gin probably has the best clue of where he is. Possibly. Joichiro, I understand now. All of the strange combination cooking was a way for you to let off steam, so to speak. Those endless days where you kept climbing higher and higher, and in spite of that you were continually demanded by everyone around you to reach an even higher stage. Your sense of duty to answer all those demands took an incredible amount of effort and finally exhausted you. Combine that with the grim reality that all of them just wrote you off with words like genius. The strange combination cooking was just your way of, if only for a second, escaping all the expectations of your cooking from those who sought only results. Yes. And finally you felt cornered to the point that you didn't even have the luxury of escaping. That's it, isn't it? When it came to cooking, Joichiro, he'd always be smiling, never feeling tied down by anything. But now that I think about it, I can't even remember the last time I saw him like that. I love angsty shit like this. Oh my god, I love Gin's expressions. Because he probably feels so guilty for not realizing this sooner. Could it be that he's the Elite 10 office? Okay, so he's just sitting alone in this... I don't even know where this is. But that's like a really good panel of him. Like everything is just like bleak and nothing, and then there's just him. That's like really nice. Everyone's worried about you. But I guess you can't make it to Blue in time anymore. Guess there's no use worrying about it. Blue. Ah, right, Blue. Yeah, I know. Oh, huh, it's Geen. What are you doing in a place like this? Joichiro? He's just completely lost it at this point. Check it out, it's Chandra's room. Where the autumn elections is held. We're back to calling it the autumn elections. It really takes you back, doesn't it? To back when we battled in the autumn elections. That was really a blast, Geen. All of a sudden I really felt like coming here. Recently I've just been feeling like I'm suffocating a little. Ah yeah, that's right. I gotta make sure I get results at Blue too. That's right. And then I was thinking that I've got to get good and prep for tomorrow, and that I couldn't possibly be wasting my time sleeping. As I stood in the kitchen, and how I've gotta aim for the next goal. We're back to this horrible, horrible scenery that's just like, damn. Oh, there's bones sticking out of the foot. Oh my god. Snap. Oh, that's disgusting. But really well drawn. Did his foot just snap off? Oh my god. So he's... okay. I mean, the scenery is really brutal. Damn. And then the light went off. Forward. And then I had no clue which way was up, or what I was doing, or even why I was here, or even where I was. It just all became incomprehensible. Damn, this is so sad. Look at his expression too, it's like so sad. He's so lost at this point. Living as a chef is like wandering through a stormy wasteland. As you continue pressing forward, the storm grows all the more dense as it closes in on you. Your skin is cut, your muscles fatigued. Eventually, you can barely even manage to walk, let alone find your way back out. You're apt to just die there like a dog. Joichiro wasn't Asura or anything of the sort. He was a young man with the same sensitive heart everyone else had, and even I had forgotten that at some point. Oh. Oh, he's crying! He is crying! Look at that! I'm sorry, Joichiro. We were the ones who forced you to weather that storm all by yourself. It was us. Oh no. Oh no, I can't do it when characters like this cry. Headmaster. Okay. So you were swallowed up by the storm. Ever since the elections, I had a grave premonition. Talents far too great will eventually sink their talents into even themselves after all. Cyber Joichiro. He looks so sad! Like, Geen is like probably crying, but Joichiro is just so lost. For the moment, you should leave this country. Nice. Separate yourself from cooking and from your dishes. That is what you need at this moment. Catch you later, Geen. Nakamura. Sorry about this. Aww. Aww. Just like when he was skipping out on his duties, he was laughing ever so merrily. The singular genius disappears from the stage. That bag of his was the last I saw of Joichiro in our school days. Aww. Aww. I'm not liking that Asami looks like that his eyes are covered, because Joichiro has that, like, he's still sad, like, he kind of relieved but sad. And Geen is just like proper sad because he knows that oh, this is their fault. Like, Joichiro was not to blame for any of this. And then Asami, because we know that Asami had that speech of the world having ruined his dear Saiba senpai, and this is probably what he's talking about. Because, yeah. So he's probably, he's not angry, I presume, not at Joichiro anyway, but he's just like not pleased with how the situation turned out in the end. This was really nice. I thought we'd get more in this, but people have been saying that, oh my god, so we probably get Soma's mother in chapter 200, and I still think that maybe we'll get it in the next chapter, because I don't see what's between this here and meeting the mother, because Gin says here in the end that this was the last he saw Joichiro in their school days, right? So this is probably where Gin's story stops, or at least it stops focusing on Joichiro. We could get the next chapter just about Asami, but for some reason I feel like, I don't know, it would be stronger to finish off on the Asami part of the story rather than the Soma's mother part of the story, because Asami is still an intricate part of the current plot line. So it would make sense to end off with him, so the conflict is fresh in our mind, because, like, do you see what I mean? If we have Asami, if we have two parts of the story, if we have Joichiro and Soma's mother, and then we have Asami and why he turned out the way that he is. If we take the Asami part first, then it will eventually get overshadowed by the emotional thing that probably is Soma's mother, because there's no way that, like, that has been hyped up for 198 chapters now, so that will be important, and that's what we'll remember, because that's the last part. You usually remember the last part. So it would make sense to just, like, focus on ending Joichiro's part of the story, and then go back to Asami, because that's where the current plot is. They could also be told, like, side by side, so that we get Gin talking, then so that the timeline is just the same, but I just feel like you'd get, I don't know. But I don't think we'd get Asami's story before getting the mother part of the story. They could be told at the same time, but I don't know. Either way, I really liked this. I liked how we just had Joichiro just being, the expectations being way too much for him to handle, and because he is still young, like at this point he's like what, 17 or 18 or something, and that's the expectations he was under was just incredible. And for him to just, like, you become good at something, and then instead of people being like really amazed that you did something really, really, like, extremely good, they're just like, of course you can do this because you're genius. Like, they don't see all the hard work that he puts into it, and eventually that's just too much because people expect too much of him. And well, he is a genius, I mean, there's no doubt about that, but it's not just a genius, and he is still young, and there's just too much going on in his mind, and it's no. I really like this, because this storyline is what makes sense for me, that he was kind of killed by the expectations and people just not supporting him the way that he needed to be supported, because people just, as Gin said, this was kind of their fault, and I do blame them, all of them. I really love Gin, I still love him, but it is their fault for not supporting Joichiro the way that he should have been supported. And kind of, even if they couldn't stop other people from having high expectations, at least, like, try to help him out and just, I don't know, have a good time. I don't know, they could have done something better because they're from the same world, and they, like, Gin as the first seed of the Elite 10, he would know expectations, maybe not to the extent that Joichiro knew them, but he would know expectations, and he would know that they are hard to deal with. And for Joichiro, who just has expectations that are like 10 times, 100 times worse, that's just, yeah. They should have helped him out, is what I'm trying to say here. But, yeah. I think this is also it's a really nice way to tell the story, because Joichiro and Soma are so different in the way that they've been built up as characters, because as we've been told time and time again, Soma is not a genius, but he has a drive to become better and just and rise to the challenge. And people still see him as an underdog. Like, they have more expectations for him now, but it's nowhere near as bad as with Joichiro because he's still so inexperienced, whereas Joichiro was just like on a whole different level. So yeah, I just really like this. I really like that Soma didn't take this after his father. Yeah, I really like this. I really like this. I'm just gonna end this now because I could just, yeah. I don't know what else to say. That this chapter was good, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more. I am more interested in the Sami story than the Soma mother thing. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If you like anything that I had to say, you can leave a thumbs up on the video, leave in the comments below what you thought of the chapter, and you can subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, bye!